y'all see good? Oh, okay, you can see good. Okay, so this is the tutorial for the mini rotator cuff. As you can see, I got one here. Okay, so what you're gonna need is you're gonna need scissors, which are very useful, trust. You're gonna need string. I'm using stretchy elastic string. Just go on Amazon and search up stretchy elastic string and it should show up. I got a 4-pack for $5 on Amazon. I don't know. But, and you're gonna need beads. Yeah, you're gonna need beads. Okay, let's get started. Also, real quick, guys, look at the little tester color thing that I made. So kids in my class can stop asking me like, oh, what colors do you have? What colors do you have? Star, what colors do you have? Bop. Okay, so for the mini rotator cuff, you're gonna need a little more than a wingspan of string, but you can always tie on more if you need to. Ta-da! String. Okay, so what you're gonna do, also, quick note real quick, this is gonna be the most in-depth tutorial that I can manage. So yeah, 32 minutes long, damn. Oh well. But yeah, string. So you're gonna need a main color and an accent color. My main color is gonna be this dark green. Then my secondary color is gonna be this lighter green. Wow. So you're gonna string on a pattern of 2 main color beads and then 1 accent bead. 2 main color beads. And 1 accent bead. Like that. And it has to be a multiple of 3. Because if it isn't, then it's not gonna work. So it has to be a multiple of 3. Okay, I'm gonna do that real quick. Okay, so I got I did 33 beads, but you can do like, I think you could do 12 if you really wanted to, if you like, but I suggest doing whatever fits around your wrist, and 33 fits around my waist. This is 30, this is 30, this is 30, but I'm doing 33 so the bracelet can fit after this one without making dents in my hand. So then you're gonna tie it off. Do as many times as you want, but if you want to be risky, do 4, but I suggest doing 5 and higher. But like, do not do 2 knots, because it will fall apart, guaranteed. My string's being crazy. There, so that's slightly loose on me. Can this like come over now? Okay, so you see, you got your 2 ends. You got a short end and a long end. You're gonna take your scissors. And you're gonna cut the short end, the one that has an end, the one that, the short end, snip. You wanna keep a long end. You wanna keep the long end. So then boom, you just got one long string. Boom. Oh yeah, hold on, you guys can see my shirt. Look at my shirt, it has flowers on it. It's really pretty. She's really pretty. Okay, so you're gonna grab the end of your string and you are going to insert it into the accent bead, the secondary colored bead closest to your knot. You're gonna pull it until it's all the way through. So you should have, your string should be coming out of an accent bead. Okay. So then what you're gonna do is you're gonna put on a main color bead, then an accent bead, then another main color bead. And you got a pattern: main color, accent, main color, main color, accent, main color. Yeah, go over there, buddy. No one likes you. And then with your 3 beads on there, you are going, I hope you guys can see this. Okay. You are going to go into, so it's gonna be like it's gonna go over these 2 beads, these 2 main color beads, and then into this accent bead. So skip two beads and go into this bead. If you're doing a solid color one, I probably should have said that in the beginning, but you don't need 2 colors. You have like 43,000 black beads, then you can make it all black if you really, really wanted to. Then boom, you got a point, little point, little point. And then you're gonna do that again. You're gonna do main color, secondary color, or accent color, and then main color. Boom. Ta-da! And then you're gonna go on your string. And you're going to put it, you're going to skip 2 beads, and you're going to go into this bead. The next accent bead from the point you just did. So one thing you're going to get from my channel is when I make long form videos, you're going to get to hear my voice, and even better, you get to hear me yap. Because I know like over 1K of you guys actually like my content, and y'all are getting yap videos. I don't care. So I'm gonna show you guys one more time, and then I'm gonna get on to yapping to you guys. So you're gonna do main color, accent color, main color, and then you're gonna skip 2 beads and go into this main color, this accent color bead right here. So right now you should have 3 little points if you're following along with me. So now I'm gonna yap to you guys. Okay, so I got a question for you guys. Did you see The Amazing Digital Circus episode 8? Because what the hell was that? Kane got deleted. Jax is again having a mental breakdown, and like it's so confusing because I don't know how to describe it. I watched it last night. I forgot it was the 20th. I forgot it was coming out. I entirely forgot it existed. Then I saw it on my YouTube thing, like when it suggests like videos and shorts and shit for you. And then I watched it, and I'm not excited for it to end. Because Kane got deleted, so now he's just dead. And honestly, I kind of feel bad for him, because he was literally just trying to fulfill his purpose, but then again, he should have listened to them. And it's funny, because, like, Kane can literally make the circus members abstract. He can do that. He just has free will to do that. So, like, if he really wanted to, he could literally just drive them insane by just doing what he does. And, like, Kinger is just so insane that he can't abstract. After every single episode, Gooseworks makes me want to rip my own head off. Because she leaves us on cliffhangers. Or they, I don't know. I'm gonna call her she. Okay? Because that's what I know her as, I guess. I don't know. But, like, she always leaves us on cliffhangers. Correct me in the comments if she's, like, a they, them or something. Because I won't refer to her as a she anymore. But she always leaves us on cliffhangers. Like, bro, this what keeps the suspense of the show. But, like, the fact that Pomni has been surviving this long is insane. Also, when I was watching it, in my head, I was like, no, my baby girl Jax. Where's my baby girl Jax? Because I couldn't see Jax. My baby girl. Also, they have to, like, there are a lot of theories about the show. But what I find really interesting is how Kane knew how to torment all of them personally. Like with Jax, it was being laughed at. He was, like, being laughed at by a bunch of people. And, like, I can't remember what it was for Pomni. She was, like, I think she was getting, like, thrown around or something. And, like, for Zubul, she was they were surrounded with a bunch of, like, missing pieces and, like a mirror and shit. Which, like, she has body dysmorphia, which, honestly, me too, girl. Me too, girl. They have body dysmorphia. Not she, my bad. They. I've got to keep remembering to use they, them pronouns for her. For them. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. My brain doesn't function properly with using they, them pronouns to people. Like, if you're a they, them, I will try my best to use the proper pronouns. But I don't think I can. Also, guys, little update on the girl that's mad at me. I'll tell you that once I show you guys this row. Okay, I already did it, but once you finish your spikes row with your first row of spikes, you should end on one of your accent beads, and then you're gonna go up through these two beads and get onto a point. And then you're gonna do main color, accent color, main color, boom. and then you gotta throw it down. So then you should be coming out of a point, and then you're gonna just go into the next point. Go right into the next point. Boom. That's what it should look like. Oh, schniza. My bad, chat. My bad. Where the base of the mini rotator is an X base. So that's what we're making right now. Is an X base. And if you really wanted to, you could just leave it as an X base. You don't have to make the rotator. And if you wanted to make it a double X base, I will show you that, how to do that at least, at the end when we're done with this. But yeah, just keep doing that all the way around until you get to the beginning again. So the girl who is ignoring me, I'm not gonna say her name, because that'd be mean. And I'm not about to dox someone because they're mad at me, because that's stupid and petty, and I'm not none of those things. But I've gotten my friends to ask her and be like, oh, and just like act like confused and stuff and be like, oh, why are you ignoring Star? I'm not saying my real name, guys. I'm not gonna say my real name. But they don't actually call me Star because they don't know about my YouTube channel. But they've been asking her like, oh, why are you ignoring Star? Why are you ignoring her and stuff? Yes, guys, I'm a girl. I don't know if you knew that, but I am. I've gotten a lot of thingies from people saying, oh, you sound like a dude, you sound like a dude. And whenever I play Gorilla Tag, sometimes I do sound like a girl in Gorilla Tag. Let me share some of my VR experiences. But, oh yeah, by the way, the girl who's mad at me, she had just been keep on telling people like, oh, I'm not mad, 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 I'm not fucking mad! And just completely lying to people, but I mean, there's nothing I can do to stop her. I ain't gonna keep pushing her like, oh, why aren't you not friends with me anymore? I'm not gonna just keep on pushing her. If she doesn't want to be friends, we're not being friends. It's easy. But time to share some of my VR experiences. Also, guys, if you want to befriend me, my name on Rec Room is, I'd have to double check. I might make a short about it. I don't know. But my Roblox username is galaxy_slay0013. If you guys want to befriend me. But anyways, with my VR experiences, once on Rec Room, I was playing Murder Mystery 2 because I could, and I was bored, and my friend joined me, and she was like, hey, yada yada, could you like die like from the murderer? And I was like, yeah, girl, yes girl, yes I can, girl, absolutely. So then I went around asking people, hey, are you the murderer? This guy, he was like in the cellar. Okay, weird ass guy, let me tell you. I can't remember his username because this was like 2 years ago. I do remember what happened. But this guy, I was like, hey, are you the murderer? And it took him a second to answer, which should have been my first hint, but I was stupid. So the guy's just like, yeah, I am. And I was like, oh, cool, could you like murder me so I can go to the lobby and chill with my friend? And he's like, and let me tell you, I was young, okay? I was young and naive. I was stupid. I'm not gonna tell you guys my age. age I was back then, because that would reveal my real age, and I am a minor. That's all you guys gotta know. I'm a minor. That's all you gotta know. That's all you need to know. But anyways, this guy, he was the master fuck, so he could like lock doors and shit. If you guys played Rec Room, you know what I'm talking about. And he locked the door and told me, this still somehow does not disgust me at all for some reason. I don't know, it should. It might disgust you guys. But he told me to bend over. Yeah, he did that. Well, I'm gonna show you guys this real quick before I get into that. And I will, trust guys. I'm not like those people who put like those thumbtacks. I don't know if you guys seen those, but like they put those thumbtacks on the thingy in like a alligator's mouth or like a shark's mouth. And they're like, I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. But wait, you gotta like, if I get 50 people to like, then I'll do it. Like, buddy, just do it at that point. So then what you're gonna do once you've done that, you're gonna go and till you get the next, another point. Then go through those 2 beads through to a point. You feel me? You feel me right now? I'm at 21 minutes, and y'all are gonna have to sit through 21 minutes of listening to me yap. So then what you're gonna do is, if you're doing a 2 X-base cuff, you're gonna do what you did on this row and this row 2 more times, and then do what I'm about to show you guys. So if you're doing the 2 X-base cuff, which we're not right now, this is for the mini. If you're doing the normal, you'd have to find a TikTok tutorial for that. But you're gonna take if you're doing the 2 X-base cuff, put on main color, accent color, main color, and go through this next one. Simple, but we're not doing that. So you're gonna thread on 2 main color beads. This is for the single. You're gonna thread on 2 main color beads. And then this gets confusing, but you're gonna have to go through the next point. And if it's flat like this, mine is too. This shapes it. See how that's literally a cuff right now? That's all you gotta do. I'll show you again before I get back to yapping. Boom. Get on 2 main color beads. Go through the next point. And pull tight. Don't pull super tight because then it won't fit your wrist, but I don't have to worry about that. Boom. See, it's forming the bracelet. So let's get back to me yapping. Okay, so this guy, he told me to bend over and shit. So what I did is I turned off my VR. I went upstairs and I told my brother what happened, and he's like, try insulting the guy in your head, like call him a B word, an a-hole, and that worked. But y'all wanna know what happened? You guys wanna know what happened? I did not eat for like 2 months. 2 months of me not eating at all, anything. So I was, if you have like emetophobia or something, skip past this part. Okay, I was throwing up stomach acid. And it got so bad to the point where my parents, we went to a cafe place, and me and my dad, we were just chilling, and we were playing some type of thingy on his phone, just like find the differences and stuff. And I was throwing up stomach acid, and he was like, yep, let's go outside. So I threw up 3 times outside, and then he's like, are you done? And I said, uh-huh. And then he said, "You're eating something. I don't care what it is, you're eating something." And I was like, "I'm not hungry," because it got to the point where I literally wasn't hungry. I didn't feel hunger. It got to the point where my body was just like, "Yep, she's not eating, so we're gonna try and conserve energy." So I was like tired all the friggin' time. So I was like, "I don't care, just pick something." So then he picked a chocolate muffin, and let me tell you, it was the best tasting thing I've ever put in my mouth. I ate like a quarter of it, and I was like, I'm full, because like I actually felt full. And like my dad's like, "Okay." So then he didn't force me to eat anymore, because I said I was full, and he didn't want to push me to eat. And then once we got into the car, my dad said, like, "Why weren't you eating?" And I was like, I really just wasn't hungry. And like, "I don't know, I just wasn't hungry." And he's like, "Okay." Like, he knew something was up. On to my next VR experience. This one's pretty short. Well, the next few are pretty short. So this one is, I did not like people knowing I was like a girl on VR, because I knew that a lot of people are gonna be like, "Ew, girls play this game? Oh, hell nah, man. What the fuck, man?" And this guy so I was going into a public server just to grind and play on Infection, and I like just constantly kept on doing like a British accent, not to make fun of British people, just so people didn't know my real voice. And this guy, maybe like 16 or something, was like, "Yo," like my color was red at the time, was like, "Yo, Red, do you wanna be my girlfriend?" Sir, no. I was not the age I said I was. I was like, "I'm 16. And he's like, "Oh, my bad. I thought you were 20. 20? I wasn't even 16. I was shocked, to say the least. But yeah, that's the one that I got right now. So what you're gonna do is, for tying it off, you're going to insert into this little hole. And then, okay, don't pull your string all the way through. Then you're gonna click it. Click it. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it, but figure it out, guys. Figure it out, trust. But then you're gonna click it, and then just do that until you get as many knots as you want. More than 2, obviously. Well, more than 3. So, on to my last VR experience. So I was like playing VR and shit. I was playing Gorilla Tag, and I had gotten more comfortable with people hearing my real. No, I actually have 2 more. So, yeah, my bad. I have 2 more. So I've like got more comfortable with people hearing my real voice, and I was doing like a toddler voice. I was acting like a 5-year-old. And then some guy's just like, "Yo, are you using a voice changer?" And I said, "No," in my real voice. And he's like, "You're a girl." He got over that pretty quick. But then these people were like, "Oh, she's using a voice changer. We gotta ban her. she's using a voice changer. She's using a voice changer. And I was just saying, like, over and over again, how does a voice changer help me in an infection lobby? Okay, I was not using a voice changer. I'm, like, being completely honest with you guys right now. I was not using a voice changer. But then I got banned for 5 weeks. That's a month and 1 week. That's a month and a week. 5 weeks. I was banned and couldn't play with people. Because one 5-year-old was like, and I missed Gorilla Tag's 4th birthday. I missed their 4th birthday. Because some fucking 5-year-old was like, oh, she's using a voice changer. I'm still pissed. I'm still mad. And then after I show you guys how to do this, then I shall continue on with my last VR story. You guys like the VR stories? Well, actually, no. I have 2 more. I keep remembering them. I'm gonna save the best one for last. Just so you, there's some suspense. So what you're gonna do first is you're gonna thread on 5 beads of any color. It doesn't matter what order, just 5 beads. And don't insert your string into any beads. It should come out of the same one it originally came out of. So then what you're gonna do is from which direction is this shit going? Okay, it's going this way. You're gonna go into this bead, not these beads. These beads do not matter. Into this bead, right here. On camera, my beads look a lot dark. My beads, like, they look a lot more blue than green. But let me tell you guys, these are green. These are really freaking green. These are like St. Patrick's Day colors. And boom, you should have a little point. And we are currently doing this row, and then we're gonna do this row, and then you got the rotating part left after those 2. Okay, let's continue on. I'm not gonna give you guys a number of how many more VR stories I got, because there's a chance I might remember some. So on to my next one. I was playing in a infection lobby, and I was just yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and yapping and just being like really loud and obnoxious because I felt like it. And then this kid started screaming at me saying, shut the fuck up! I'm trying to listen to fucking music! And I was like, dude, you can stop being aggressive and mute me. It's not that hard. And he's like, shut the fuck up, woman! I don't care! Just shut up! I'm trying to listen to music! And just getting so mad at me. And then we just started arguing back and forth. And guess what? Everyone in that lobby was taking my side. They were taking my side. They were like, dude, just mute her. I mean, I did it. I muted her. Because if she's causing that big of a deal, bro, just fucking mute her. It's not that hard. So then eventually, this kid freaking left the server all cranky and shit. And just like, God, I guess I'll listen to my music somewhere else. Yeah, you do that, buddy. You go listen to your music somewhere else. Okay, that one was pretty short, and this next one's also pretty short. But this one is where I got my VR taken away for a damn long time. So I was playing Gorilla Tag, and my mom. I was playing Gorilla Tag. There was this kid whose name was K4, instead of K9, and kids were screaming at this poor kid. This poor kid. I still feel bad for him. Okay? He was getting bombarded from kids calling him an impersonator. Let me tell you, his color code, nothing like K9's. Okay? His fit, not even close. He was wearing, you know how K9 guy wears like the clown fit and the wolf fit? He was wearing the clown fit, and that's it. He was wearing the clown fit. He had some Cupid's bow, I'm pretty sure, from the Valentine's update. Yeah, but he looked nothing like K9. And yet people were still screaming at him, saying, K9 impersonator! K9 impersonator! And this kid he was crying and begging people to like, hey, stop reporting me, stop reporting me. Please, I'll change my name. And this kid looked at me and was just like, please don't report me. And I was telling him, like, guys, stop reporting. And then this kid like looked at me and was just like, please don't report me. And I'm like, I'm not gonna report you. And my ass brother told my mom that I was talking on the VR to random people. And at the time, I wasn't allowed to do that. And originally, my mic was muted. And then I unmuted it so I could tell people, like, hey, guys, stop tormenting this poor kid. He did nothing wrong. His name's K4. That's not even close to K9. And then, like, my VR died, and I took it off. And my mom was sitting on the couch, cross-legged, with her arms crossed, and just like, give me the VR. I was like, why? How long have you been sitting there? And she's like, long enough, give me the VR. So I gave her the VR, and it's like, I was trying to help this kid. He was getting constantly reported. And she's like, nope, not hearing it. Nope, you know you're not supposed to talk on the VR. So then I got my VR taken away for like 4 weeks because I was trying to help this poor kid not get banned. I don't think I got another VR story. I don't think I do. I think that's all my VR stories. Yeah, that is all my VR stories. It's like, I don't know what I can talk about now. That's literally all I had. Well, oh, I can tell you guys. I have another VR story that I just remembered. I'm gonna say this guy's username, or a girl, I can't remember, but they sounded like a guy and they told me they were a guy, so I'm calling them guy. Even if they were a girl, I don't care if they were trans or not. I really don't fucking care. But this guy, his name is like Crazy Izzard 43 or something like that. Not sure about the 43 part, but I know his name is Crazy Gizzard or Izzard. Can't remember, but I think it was Crazy Gizzard. But I found this guy on like a ping pong game in Rec Room. And me and this kid, we became best friends. Okay, I would hop on every single day after school, and I'd like message this kid in Rec Room, and I'd just be like, hey, can you play today? And he'd be like, yeah, I can play. So then he'd play, and we'd just play a bunch of games together. Well, after I hadn't logged on in a long time because of the guy and shit who told me to bend over, I hadn't like played VR in a while. So one day I decided to just hop on and, check this shit out, see how he's doing. and he wasn't online. I logged on every single day after school, and I'd play for like till my VR died, and I'd play, and then I'd charge it up and then play again, just waiting for this crazy Izzard guy to like log back on. And one day, after like 2 years, this kid, he finally logged back on. And we played together a bunch. And then I asked him one day, I was like, hey, why haven't you been online? And he's like my mom took my VR away or something like that. And I was like, oh, okay. And that's kind of all we've gotten to talking about. Okay, let's get back to the cuff. If y'all want more Kandi and Yap sessions, I will happily give them to you. So, with this, once you're done with this row, then you're going to take your string. It should be coming out of one of your accent beads. You're going to go into the bead closest to it. Okay? And you're going to pull through. Then you're going to go into an accent bead closest to it. Then you're going to pull through. Then you're going to go into, I'm really fucking up close with this shit, into this bead. Excuse me. Yeah, and then pull through. And then you're going to go through this accent bead. There. And then just do the same thing you did on this row. Start on 5 beads, go into the next thingy. Yeah, I don't think, oh, how about I tell you guys about my Kandi journey? How I got into, actually no, I'm gonna do crochet, because I'm doing Kandi right now. And when I'm doing crochet, I'll tell you guys my Kandi journey. So I'll do my crochet journey. So when I was like, again, I'm not gonna reveal it. Well, actually I can, because y'all don't know how long I've been crocheting for, but when I was like 8 or something. Yeah, when I was 8, I saw this really freaking cute, like bunny, and I searched up how to make a bunny, and a crochet tutorial popped up, and I'm like, what the hell is crochet? So I looked it up on Google. I was like, oh, Schniza, that is a cool thingy. I want to do it. So then I told my mom, I was like, hey mom, can I get into crochet? And my mom's like, what the hell is crochet? And I'm like, oh, it's this thingy like where you make stitches with yarn, and you can make like cute things with it. And she's like, oh, okay, you're gonna have to ask your grandma how to do it though. I was like, okay. So then one day I went to my mom's mother, so my grandma. I went to her house, and she had like some yarn and a crochet hook. So I learned. So I asked the only person who knew how to crochet there, well, one of the only people, and she's like, okay, start by chaining like 25, and then I did it. I chained 25. And she's like, this is your base for a washcloth. And I was like, I don't want to make a washcloth. I want to make amigurumi, which is stuffed animals. And she's like, oh, you're going to have to watch something else for that, because I don't know how to do that. I was like, okay, at least I'll learn the basic stitches from you. And then she's like, and then she undid all my work that took me like an hour and a half to get the hang of. And she's like, do it again. I was like, well, why'd you just unravel it? And she's like, so you get used to doing chaining. And I was like, so then I did another 25, which took me only an hour this time. And then she unraveled it, and she said, do it again. And I was like, no, I'm tired of this. Teach me something else. And she's like, no. You're gonna do what I tell you to do because you wanted to learn this and you came to me. And then my mom said, hey, honey, Star, it's time to go. And I was like, but I'm learning. And she's like, you gotta go. You gotta get home and make dinner. So then I ended up going home, and I was like, hey, Mom, can we stop by Michael's today? Or like someday, or like tomorrow? And she's like, yeah, we can go tomorrow. What do you need there? And I was like, yarn. And she's like, okay. So we went there, and she's like, pick out 2 colors. And I did. I picked out pink and purple, my two favorite colors. And she's like, you sure that's what you want? And I said, yeah. And she's like, you're not getting more until you use that. And I was like, okay, yeah. These are the colors I want. Let me do this. And she's like, okay. So then she bought me the yarn. And I sat in my room for 2 hours trying to learn how to crochet a bee from Hooked by Robin, or like Hooked by Robin or something like that. I sat in my room for like 3 hours and tried to follow every single stitch she did. And I rewatched the same part like 50 times because she's going like, done, here's your bee. And I put it in like 2 times speed. No, 0.2 speed at that point. Because like she was going way too fast. And I looked in the comments to see like, is anyone else on my side here that she's going a little too fast? And everyone in the comments is like, this tutorial is so easy to follow. I made a bee within 2 seconds. Also, no hate on Hooked by Robin. No hate on her. Honestly, I'm not hating on her right now. I'm just saying like some of her tutorials are pretty damn fast. And my small brain couldn't comprehend that. And I was like, okay, well, damn it. These comments aren't agreeing with me, which means that I'm doing something wrong. So then I watched another tutorial, and it was like, first, you need to take your yarn and make a slip knot. Here's your slip knot. I was like, girl, you're speaking too slow and your actions are too fast. Pick one. You speak too fast and your actions are too slow, or your actions are too fast and your speaking's too slow. But then I learned how to double crochet and single crochet. I was like, yep, no, I'm done with this. So then I quit for like 2 to 3 days, and then I resumed after like 2 to 3 days. And I don't fucking know how, but it came so naturally. I don't know. Before I was quitting and like, no, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. Me don't want to do. And then like 2 or 3 days later, I was doing fucking amigurumi in 2 seconds. And I'm proud of myself. But now I'm doing Kandi. I have a lot of hobbies. Okay. It's 49 minutes long. Then you're gonna go into the bead you just went into. I hope you guys like me yapping, but you'll go into the bead you just went into, and you're going to pull tight. for your last point. And then you're going to do the same thing you did to tie off the end of your X base. You're going to go through the X base hole. Go through there. You're going to snap it in place. You're going to click it in place. Then insert your thingy through a loop. And then boom. Just keep doing that. If you need to rewatch it, I don't fucking care. Then rewatch it if you have to. No one's going to judge you. And now I have a huge bucket of yarn that I have nothing to do with. Because I don't crochet that much anymore. Yeah, I do it every once in a while, but the yarn ends up pissing me off. Because it keeps on fraying. If y'all watched all the way through this shit, try and guess my age in the comments. Okay, just try. I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm not like gonna like just be like, yep, I'm 27 months old. Yep. I knew you guys would believe it. Wouldn't believe it, my bad. Okay, and then you can cut your yarn. You should have a long enough tail. So I finished my base. Make sure you triple check that it fits on your hand. Mine does fit on my hand. It's a little loose, which is good. I want it to be loose. Okay, so what you're gonna do is, if you did 30, you're gonna want to do 43 beads on the string, which makes it work best. If you did 33, you're gonna want to add like a lot more. I don't know, just circle it around your thingy, and then it should work. This is almost an hour long of me yapping and giving you guys a tutorial. So I'm gonna do, you can hold it up if you really guys need to, but does that look good? I can't tell. Yeah, it's good. It'll help me be able to tell people that, nope, I don't have teal. Do you guys know how many teal lizards I've had to make for kids in my class because they wanted them? I'm gonna start saying no, but this is for my teacher. Teal. Literally everyone wants freaking teal. Also, how have y'all been enjoying the weather so far? Because I am thrilled. I love being warm. I was actually outside this morning. I think, oh guys, I am so excited for summer. Like, I cannot express how flippin' excited I am to be warm without having to wear pants. I'm excited to be able to wear shorts. I'm actually wearing shorts right now. What I freaking hate is how there was a fucking blizzard in March. March. I'll tell you again. March. M-A-R-C-H. March. People are like, oh, March is like the time of the leprechaun. It's supposed to be warm, nice and sunny out. Well, tell that to the, like, 19 inches some places got. Like, I don't want to be fucking snowed in March. I was snowed in at my grandma's, so I had to miss school. And it was not bad at all. One thing I'm gonna test real quick is, does this fit around this? You're kidding. But, bro. Guys, this is literally 50 beads long, the rainbow thing in the middle, and yet it fits. That's nice. So now I know. Probably like 49 beads actually, because it is a little big. Probably like 49 beads fits perfectly around a 33. Also, if you guys just need like the X-Base tutorial, that's okay. I am enjoying my weekend. How are you guys enjoying your weekend? I hope your weekend is going good. Okay. I hope your weekend is going good. I really hope so. Because if it isn't, that makes me sad. I'm also going to show you guys how to make a candy star, but it won't be mentioned in the title of this video. So, if you guys watch this far, make sure to comment. Just comment star. Just make sure you comment star. Also, please like and subscribe. I'm begging you, please. Please like and hit the giant red button. Or blue if you're on dark mode, I think. I think it's blue. Yeah, I think. I don't fucking know. Yeah, guys, I think it actually is. Boom. Boom. Okay, so if you don't, grab a little bit of string. You don't need that much for a star. Yeah, you don't need that much for a start. But you're gonna need 25 beads, specifically 25. Put 10 beads on your string. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 10. Boom. Got my 10 beads. Now make sure you tie it and you still have a very long tail, like you did with the X base. Tie it tight. Boom, I do have 10. Boom. Don't cut the short end. Please, like, don't cut it actually. Like, don't actually cut it. Okay, then, what you going to do is string on 3 beads. Doesn't matter what order, doesn't matter what color, just 3 beads. Boom. Then you're going to skip a bead and go into the next bead. So go skip a bead and go into the next bead. Right, wait, no, I take that back, take that back. My bad guys, my bad. Make sure your bead is coming out of, like, what the fuck did I do? What the fuck? Hold up, guys, I'm trying to figure this out. Okay, I figured it out, guys. So put your string through, so you can see here's my knot, and I put my string through the nearest bead. Then put on your 3 beads. I just dropped a bead. I am like dropping beads like fucking wildfire today. I've dropped like 12. Boom. Now, like I said, skip a bead, put into the next bead. Skip a bead, put into the next bead. Wow, and boom. Point. Now, I'm going to do something different. So if you're going to do a tighter star, then just keep on doing that all the way around and then tie off with this little string. But if you're doing what I'm doing, put on 4 beads. I don't know, but it looks cool, trust. Trust, guys, it looks cool. Then skip a bead and put it into the next bead. Boom. See, it looks a little goofy, but it'll work out in the end, trust. So what I'm doing is I'm just putting on 4 beads, put 4 beads on your string, skip a bead, and then insert it into the next bead. Yeah. So then you're gonna skip this bead and go into this bead. And boom. I'm done. I'll show you guys when. Now just do that and you should have 5 points if you did it correctly. Suddenly you call my name and I lose my brain and I float up to the sky. Her name is Lola. She was a showgirl. But that was 30 years ago when they used to have a show. my friend told me about the 4 bead thing. She said, oh, how do you make one of those stars again? And I was like, oh yeah, you just put on 10 beads. And then you put on 3 beads, insert until it skips a bead. She's like, I know, but like my tutorial said I do 4. I said, 4? You're supposed to do 3. And she's like, I don't know, but they turn out really cute. I was like, huh, I'm gonna try that when I get home. So then I tried it on my ESSA Roxy's collar, and pretty snazzy. And I'm going to show you guys what I do with the star when I'm done with it. So skip a bead, and then you go into this bead. Wow. Okay, so my scissors just fell and then they poked me. That makes me sad now. I got poked by scissors. My scissors are mean, guys. My scissors is mean. I'm a little teacup, short and stout. Okay. You don't gotta cut your string right now. So this is just what I do. This is entirely optional. So this is what I'm gonna do. So then you take your star and its strings, and then you tie it onto the rotating part of your bracelet. Of your cuff. My bad, chap, my bad. Just tie it on a few times, and I do it on normal bracelets too. Makes like a dangly bracelet, and it's really signal. California girls were undeniable, fine, fresh, fierce, we got it unlocked. I don't know the rest of that song. And then you cut your string. Just boom. I need to grab my string. E. I don't know what that was. Come on. Got a little dangly rotator. And you got your star. And then put it on the base. Not only does your rotator make noise, you get double the noise with the star. And the star is cute. Look at my wrist. That's with 30 beads. With 33, I don't need nothing. The heck? Oh, it's an hour and 9 minutes. Well, y'all get a long tutorial of yapping. Guys, I gotta show you guys something real quick. My Dr. Pepper's blinged now. My Dr. Pepper's blinged. Don't worry, the can's empty, but my Dr. Pepper's blinged. Oh. Also, guys, I made one of these for my friend, and look what she gave me. She gave me a fucking paper squishy. That's very cool. This is what you guys were sitting on, by the way. This is what you guys are sitting on. Some beads. Some very cool beads. Trust. Look at my puppy. Look at her. She's camera shy, so I will show her.